Flamingo chef, show us what you got with cocktails and dishes that hit the sweet spot.
Hey guys, Bill the Kansas Flamingo chef. Today we're going to make a pasta with scallops. For this video, everything in the video, as far as the food, was all purchased at Walmart. Made it really simple with the exception of one ingredient that I got at Sam's, so same company. Say hi to Chloe, she's hanging out listening in the background. First of all, for a scallop pasta, we need scallops. Now these were the market side bay scallops from Walmart. This bag, there's about 80 to 120 of these little scallops in here, 2 pounds. This bag was like $6. I mean, that's cheap, $3 a pound. I'll probably use 3/4 of a pound at the most. And you need to thaw these out because they are in the freezer section. I'm going to use an orange bell pepper, but you could use green, red, yellow, really doesn't matter unless you have a flavor preference for one over the other. I just happen to like the color of this. I'm going to use a tomato. I've got a red onion that I'm going to use a little bit of, and some green onions. I'm going to use some broccoli in this, one to give it some body, and two because it's actually going to be my primary vegetable. And then of course, the only item that didn't come directly from Walmart, from Sam's, Chef Chamois garlic butter. Could have used just regular butter and garlic, but I had this in the fridge, so why not? Next, we've got pasta. Angel hair, really skinny pasta. You can use any pasta you like. I just think for a seafood pasta, this has a better presentation. And you can see where it came from. And then I've also got some seafood stock. I've got a lemon. And I was wrong. My last ingredient came from Sam's also, but they have it at Walmart. And that's heavy cream. I put water in the pot where I'm going to boil my pasta, but I'm also going to add a couple of things to that. About a tablespoon, give or take, doesn't have to be exact, of my garlic butter. I'm also going to add a little bit of seafood stock. Now I bought this pre-packaged seafood stock, but you can make your own stock. You can use bouillon. If you don't like seafood stock and you'd rather have chicken stock, that's fine too. I just think when you're making a seafood dish, you should use fish stock. I put maybe 2 ounces in there. So I'm going to pinch off some pasta and put it into my boiling water. I'm just going to lay it in there and let it hold down and do its thing. With the pasta working, I'm going to start the other pan on high heat and drop in a couple of heaping tablespoons of garlic butter. As that butter melts down, I'm going to squeeze in the juice of half a lemon. We're going to work that all together and get that lemon and garlic and butter combined. I've sliced the pepper into small pieces and diced up some green onion stems and about, not even quite 1/4 of a red onion. All of that's going to go in now. To that, I'm going to add some Kinder's The Blend seasoning. And yeah, they sell that at Walmart too. Probably a couple of good teaspoons. I'm also going to add some Caribbean Tradition fish seasoning, and this is the last of it I've got. I got to go get some tomorrow. Probably about a teaspoon. What you want to do is just work this around and let those peppers and onions cook down. Don't be in a hurry. And then we'll add the next part. While that's cooking down, I'm taking my pasta out of the water. I've shut the heat off. I'll set this aside and I'll melt some butter over the pasta. I'm going to add the rest of my lemon and basically deglaze the pan. Bring the heat down to about medium. Ready for the next part. I'm going to add a little bit of fish stock, just enough to cover the bottom of the pan. It's going to cook off very quickly. Now I'm going to add heavy cream all the way around. And that's probably 3 to 4 ounces easily. Take a spatula and just kind of incorporate all of this. I have this heat just about, on my scale, 4, which is just right at medium. And you can see that cream is starting to boil. And all I'm going to do is just lightly move it around because it thickens as it boils, as the water comes off of it. Once I get it just a little bit more reduced, we're going to add something to the pot. At this point, I'm going to add my tomatoes with my tomato that I've chopped up and the broccoli that I chopped up into small bite-sized portions. Just combine that easily. And we're going to let that broccoli cook a little bit in the cream, because the last thing we're going to add is the scallops, and they take virtually no time to cook. I put a cover on this, and I'm going to let that cook down to reduce for a little bit. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes, and at that time that will cook all the tomatoes and the broccoli. Everything will be ready. We'll dump the scallops in, cook them for about 2 to 3 minutes, then we'll dump the pasta in, turn it together, and it's done. All right, it's been a couple minutes. You can see this sauce is reducing. I'm going to put my scallops in here now, which are thawed, by the way, and just lightly roll them in. And like I said, it will not take but a couple of minutes to cook these scallops. But at the same time, I'd like this sauce to reduce a little bit more, so I'm going to go ahead and cover it back up and get ready to put my pasta in next. With the cover off, we're going to move this around. That really pretty color coming out of those peppers and tomatoes. The scallops are pretty much done. You can see a couple of them splitting as I turn this, and that's an indicator they're done. So now all we got to do is take this lovely angel hair pasta that I've been letting sit in butter and just lay it in there. And this is enough. The serving I made for at least 2 people. Imagine if you double this. Now just all you do is toss the pasta in the sauce like so. If you want to retain heat in this, put the top on, take it off the heat of the stove. You can let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, no problem. It's ready to serve. I'm going to eat. There is the finished product. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's a scallop, broccoli, and pepper pasta. Just begs to be served. You could dust this with a little Parmesan cheese if you wanted to hit it with some green onions. Anything that you like as a dress or as a garnish is fine. Even a big sprig of rosemary would go well. I'm going to throw some Parmesan on it and eat it. So until next time, if there's something you'd like me to make, if you have a question, all you got to do is drop me a line, bill@kansasflamingochef.com. Obviously, you can comment right on this video. In fact, I'd love it if you did, because comments are what drive the algorithm. But please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if there's something you'd like me to make. Let me know if there's a drink or a food item or another comparison you want me to do. Whatever it might be, do it. And eat fabulous. I'll see you soon.
In the heart of Kansas, under sky so clear, lives a chef with a flair, bringing folks some cheer. With a pinch of love and a dash of zest, he's the Kansas Flamingo, and his meals are the best.